Are you struggling to get your audience to buy from you? Do you feel like you're putting all of this time and energy into your business, but you're just not seeing the results that you want? Well, what if I told you that there's something called a trust timer that's affecting your prospects' decision-making process? In this video, we're going to dive deeper into the psychology of what makes people buy from you and what doesn't. Every single one of us has a trust timer in our brains for every brand or business that we interact with. This trust timer starts ticking as soon as someone interacts with your brand. And the higher the time goes on the clock, the more likely someone is to buy from you. But how do you increase the timer on someone's trust timer? That's where content comes in. Videos, podcasts, blogs, Facebook groups, social media content, webinars, even emails can help build trust and increase the time on somebody's trust timer. However, many businesses and people make the mistake of focusing on getting new followers and leads without considering how they can use their content to increase time on trust timers for those who are already interested. It's important to communicate with your leads and subscribers and not just leave them in a database or a CRM without following up with them at all. So always ask yourself this question: how many clocks do I have ticking? Remember, if your clocks are not ticking in your prospects' minds, then your competitors' clocks are ticking. In this video, we're going to explore trust timer psychology and learn how to increase time on trust timers for our business's success. We've all heard the phrase know, like, and trust. You have to build the know, like, and trust factor in your prospects for them to want to buy from you. And this is so true. But what I want to do is go a little bit deeper in the understanding of the psychology about what makes people buy from you and what doesn't. I honestly believe that every single one of us has a trust timer in our brains for every single brand or business that we interact with. This trust timer is in every single one of our prospects' minds, and it starts ticking as soon as they interact with us. The higher the time goes on the clock, the more likely they are to buy from you. Now, it's important to remember that different people have different limits. Like me, I need very low time on my trust timer to make a decision. I will just buy within 2 minutes. I'm an easy sale. But more of your prospects and different parts of a market need more time on the clock to make a financial decision. I speak about this a lot in some of my videos, but there are 3 different types of people that make up any given market. You've got 10 to 20% of people who are your non-buyers. They ain't never gonna buy. No matter what you do, no matter how good you are, they're just not going to. The other 20% are the low-hanging fruit, your hyper buyers. I'm one of these guys. I will buy anything that you put in front of me. I don't need a trust timer. I can make a decision and just buy. But the biggest portion of any audience is the most valuable part. It's 60 to 70% of any audience. These are your considerative buyers. The people that need to mull it over, that need to make up their minds after doing some research, checking out competitors, reading reviews, talking to their partner. All of this type of stuff needs to happen before they make a buying decision. What you can do as a business owner to influence their final decision even more is to make them trust you even more. Now back to the trust timer. The higher the time goes on anyone's clock, the more likely that person is to buy from you. So when they see or hear an ad of yours on social media, the clock starts ticking and trust starts to be built. Maybe you get 30 seconds on the trust timer. There is trust that has started to be built. Then they might go to your landing page, read some of your copy, watch a video, and the clock continues to tick and trust continues to be built. Maybe that clock is now on 10 minutes. When they read your lead magnets or watch some more of your videos, the clock keeps ticking and trust continues to be built. Maybe you've got that up to 20 minutes now. But the problem is, at that point, people stop. They stop communicating. Now, we came about this because we were working in our agency with lots of clients. We do lots of lead generation for clients. We generate tens of thousands of leads every single month for our clients. And it came up a couple of times about 2 years ago. I was on a call with a client who generated tens of thousands of leads, made loads of sales and all of that good stuff. And they wanted to scale up. They wanted to get even better results. So I said, what are you doing with your email list? What are you doing with all of the leads that we've captured that haven't purchased yet? How many times a week do you communicate with them, for example? And they sort of sat there and looked at me like a little bit puzzled, a little bit of a puzzled look on their face as if to say, are we supposed to do that? At this point, my heart rate went a little bit nuts. And I thought to myself, oh, for the love of God, please tell me that you're communicating with all of these prospects that have actually given you their information because they're potentially interested in what you do. I didn't actually say that, obviously. But then what I found out was this is happening with loads of our clients. We never really talked about it with our clients or advised them on it because, in all honesty, it seemed like second nature to us. And it's my fault. I wrongly assumed that they knew that. So now we make sure that all of our clients know this stuff that I'm about to teach you. But here's what they were doing. They would pay for ads. They would run traffic. They would capture leads. Those leads would then go into a database or a CRM where they would then follow up with them with maybe 2 or 3 follow-up emails designed to get them to go back to do the thing that they originally wanted them to do. But the problem is that most of them at that point just stopped. They stopped communicating with that list. Like this video you're watching right now, for example. Your Matt Wilson Trust Timer is building up right now. How long have you been going for now? For like 10 minutes in this video? Your Matt Wilson Trust Timer at the moment, if you're new to this, is 10 minutes. Maybe you've already watched some of my videos in the past. Maybe your Matt Wilson Trust Timer is in the hours at the moment. I don't know. But videos are a great way because they do a great job of engaging and increasing time on people's trust timers. Why do you think podcasts are doing so well for business owners? Why do you think that pretty much all big businesses right now are moving to podcasts to help sell their products and services? It's because of trust timer psychology. You could literally listen to hours and hours of podcasts in a year from X person. You now trust that person. That person tells you to do something, they launch a product, they do an event, whatever. You are way more likely to buy this because you've been listening to this person for so long. It's the psychology in the back end. It's the back of your brain. It's actually trust timer psychology. It's because you've consumed hours upon hours upon hours of their stuff. You trust them. A Facebook group is another great way to do it. A community building, some sort of community is a fantastic way. Blog posts are great as well. Lots of you might have a blog where you write some really engaging content that takes, 5 to 10 minutes to read. Again, that 5 to 10 minutes is trust on a trust timer. Social media content is what blows my mind, right? You've got all of these people out there at the moment and they're trying to build a business by following the classic Gary Vee sort of structure of content. Just get loads of new content out there to grow your followers. Now they put all of this energy into creating content to grow a following, yet they've got 10,000 subscribers over on an email list who actually held their hand up and said, hey, I'm interested in what you do. But they don't even send them the content that they're putting out on social media. They put all of this energy into creating it, but they don't use it to increase time on the trust timers, the people that actually matter, people that are already more likely to buy. They're just focused on getting someone new. It's crazy. So social media content can be a great thing to send out to subscribers to keep clocks ticking. Webinars are another fantastic way to increase time on a trust timer as they teach, and more importantly, a lot of the time, there's between half an hour and 3 hours in length that people can consume the webinar for. Have you ever wondered why people can sell products or services on a webinar? Trust timer, that's it. That's the only difference. It's because that person has sat and watched a presentation for that long. You've had the time to indoctrinate them and sell them. More importantly, you've had the time to build that trust. And then you've got emails. Just something as simple as email. If you can't do any of that other stuff, you can't create videos, you can't write blog posts, then literally just communicate with them with emails. Write emails that take a little while to read, that are informative, that are engaging, that call them to action, because that will build trust on a trust timer. Basically, anything that your prospects can read, watch, listen to will get the clock ticking and trust will continue to be built. 60 minutes, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 year. So remember, trust timer psychology is very, very important to understand. How important it is to always have your business or your brand in the forefront of your prospects' minds. Always ask yourself the question, how many clocks do I have ticking? You should be creating content, if nothing else, just to get clocks ticking so that when your prospects are ready to buy, your business and your brand is at the forefront of their mind when they choose to do that. That's the beautiful part about content marketing. And remember this, a very, very important thing. If your clocks are not ticking in your prospect's mind, then your competitors' clocks are ticking in your prospects' minds. Thanks for watching. I really hope you enjoyed learning about the Trust Timer and how it affects your prospects' buying decisions. Remember, the higher the time goes on a prospect's Trust Timer, the more likely they are to buy from you. So it's important to always be building that trust through various types of content, whether it's video, podcast, webinars, emails, or social media. Think about it this way. Every piece of content that you create is an opportunity to add more time on your prospects' Trust Timers. And the more time that you can add, the closer you are to making a sale. So always ask yourself, how many clocks do I have ticking? And if you're not sure, it's time to start creating more content and building that trust with your audience. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so that you're notified when we upload new content. We upload 2 great videos every single week for you. And if you're not finished just yet, then you can check out some more of my videos over here or over here. It's somewhere around here. Go and watch another video. My name's Matt Wilson. I'll see you in the next one.